Hello Virgos, here is your monthly reading for April 2022. So first up, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is about being practical. He can be like sporty, financial planning. He has foresight. He's like a student. The pages are always kind of like students of things. He represents like some type of financial opportunity or skill development. It could represent messages regarding money, new beginnings of a physical nature and opportunity. And this page is the most sensible out of all the pages. And it could also represent somebody who is dependable and committed. So next up, you have the Star. And the Star is all about hope, inspiration, guidance, wishes, and a light at the end of the tunnel. It's about faith and purpose, renewal and spirituality. It's refreshing and comforting. It comes after a period of destruction and turmoil, and it is a reminder of not giving up. Things will get better. This also could represent a moment of inspiration that leads you to a new way of thinking or a better way forward. It's all about renewed hope and faith. Then next up, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is about personal success, self-sufficiency, independence, luxury, abundance, and financial independence. It represents the accomplishments that you have earned through the investment of your own blood, sweat, and tears. You can succeed through your own hard work, and it could also mean you should take some time to indulge yourself. So let's kind of get a little bit breakdown of the weeks. Now, for week 1, you have the Page of Swords. And this page has this curiosity nature, has cleverness, he's sharp-witted, talkative. It's all about ideas and new ways of communicating. So this card represents seeking knowledge and deepening your understanding of a particular subject. Then you have the King of Swords, which is, he's very intelligent, he's very authoritative, but he's fair and honest. He's analytical, he has like mental clarity, and he's very interested in the truth. He's a master of the mind, fair judgment and rational decisions. And this card represents like problem solving. So next up, you have the Three of Cups, which is all about celebrations, community, parties, getting together with people, friends and family. It represents celebrations of all kinds. Then, lastly, the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about stability, foundation, financial security, family ties, wealth, and long-term success. It's a card of comfort, and this could say that you have everything that you need right now. So kind of smushing everything together. I think you're starting something new. So the pages, you have 2 pages here, and they're kind of like new at learning their areas. So you have the Page of Pentacles, and he has this foresight, and he's in the middle of skill development, and he's kind of all about like, finances and material things. And the Star, it comes after a period of like stress. And I think with the 9 here, this is about self-sufficiency. So I feel like this is saying that you were starting something new, and it didn't quite, maybe the Star representing here that it was a little bit of a bumpy road in the beginning, but now you're coming to a place where things have worked themselves out. Like you figured out what you needed to, and things are kind of starting to work themselves out. They might not be fully 100% great at the moment, but it's on the way of working itself out. And you're going to have this month, you're really going to get to the place of the Nine of Pentacles, which is about personal success and self-sufficiency and just enjoying your accomplishments and like the getting fruit from the labors of your investments. You're really enjoying your successes. So the Page of Swords, he's very sharp. He's sharp-witted. He has new ideas, and he's clever at communicating, but he communicates in kind of different ways, like a new way. And he's all about deepening knowledge or understanding of a particular subject. So I feel like you're definitely working on something. And the King of Swords is very intelligent. He's analytical, fair-minded, rational decisions. So I think your ability to kind of work through the details here I think you're actually going to be receiving a lot of acknowledgement for being able to do that and kind of standing your ground. And I think by the end of the month, you're really going to be in a great position where you're going to be able to celebrate your accomplishments. And this could be something, let's say if you're in school, you're learning something, maybe you had some few bumps in the road and now you're finally finishing your course or whatever. So this definitely could be for those students out there, or somebody doing something where you're finally kind of able to celebrate your successes, which is fantastic. Because the Three of Cups is all about, celebration and community and everything. And then the Ten of Pentacles is stability, foundational, and financial security. So I think whatever you've been working on, you're finally going to be receiving acknowledgement, and you're going to be finally completing or kind of feeling even if it's not fully completed, you're going to have hit a milestone with it where you can be proud of yourself and acknowledge, and other people will be acknowledging that you've accomplished something, pretty great. So let's take a look at some of your oracles. So then you have this deck is really about some of the issues that you might face during the month. So this says the child I was meant to be. So the child I was meant to be, an instant of clarity is the light I needed. To go forward is to go backwards, as hope heals the wounds of the past. So I feel like this is trying to say that you might need to resolve some things that might be burdening you from the past to be able to kind of move forward. This card is all about connecting with yourself and kind of letting go of old wounds and just moving forward. So next up, you have the Underworld. Hand over your known. A shift is near. Take a leap. Your journey is clear. So let's see what this says for you. This card is about transition and judgment. In magic, the Underworld is a place of transition between one life and the next, a place where you can retreat to replenish your soul and learn the details of your next human experience assignment. This doesn't mean you won't find judgment when you cross the veil. It often says that how you live one life will determine your abundance in the next. Those who go through life with loving, kind hearts will find prosperity and great love in the next. Those who are cruel will find themselves in a life of hardship and trauma as a way to atone for their unkindness. The message for this card is about transition. It's about moving out of the old and into a new way of living. We've been clearing out baggage for a long time because it takes a long time to clear out ways of doing things and thinking that makes up our very ways of life. But it's time to step through the threshold into something new and different. This card can be scary because it means something has had to die so that your new life may begin. You are more than prepared to handle this new path, or it wouldn't have been given to you. Embrace the change, loved one. So yeah, this is definitely about some kind of transition and changes, which I think you're going through a transition here. I think this is definitely something that you're moving through. You're learning something new and you're kind of transitioning into this other phase of life, this other phase for you. Whatever you're doing, you're finishing it and you're moving, which is really something to celebrate. I think this is a celebratory type of transition. So next up, you have Bird of Paradise. Self-acceptance. You are so much more. And I feel like this really goes with this child I was meant to be, about kind of just maybe letting go and just accepting. So that's great. Next up, you have Bloodstone. Get up and get moving. And I think this is definitely going with this kind of learning, finishing up whatever you need to finish up. And then we have Solidite. Speak your truth. And the swords are about communication. So maybe this new thought, because he's kind of about new ways of communicating and new thinking. So maybe new ideas, maybe speaking about some of your new ideas is the way you need to do it. I'm going to put that right there with this one. Then we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And see, you got another thing of self-acceptance here. These are both about self-acceptance. See, I wonder if you're going through something and you're kind of not confused, if you're worried how people might, maybe this star with this little turmoil could maybe indicate you've had some inner turmoil within yourself. And with these thinking cards, you might be a little bit worried how maybe friends or family might view it, depending on whatever the situation is. But I think with all this acceptance stuff, I think it's saying that don't worry about it. You just need to be the person that you're supposed to be, and you need to accept yourself. And I really think that people are going to be warm and welcoming to it, because with these cards, these celebratory cards, and even with this one, it's all about kind of that abundance and that kind of family feel. So I think people are going to be welcoming to it. I think, and even in this get up, get moving, you could see it as like, let's say if there's something about you that you're nervous about even telling somebody or changing something up. Maybe you did certain things in one kind of way and you feel like that's the way it's done, and now you're going to come in and do things a different way and you're a little nervous. It could be even something silly. Sometimes things are kind of silly stuff, but we get in our own heads. But I really think that I don't want to say the quicker you do it, but if you just live your truth and kind of do it, just do it in a sense, I think people are going to be, because this is about journey too. So this get up, get moving is kind of like in a journey in a sense. So I think people are going to be accepting of it. I don't think it's going to be like something where people aren't like welcoming. I just feel like there's a lot of community and there's kind of a lot of like celebration here. So maybe whatever this is, it's something that you might be worried about, but I think people are going to just be fine with it. Like whatever this is, however this works for you, it could be anything. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So it says, if your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it. And then when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. So this is all about always looking at the brighter side of stuff or trying to find positivity in anything. And if your ship doesn't come in, you swim out to it. So I feel like this is like, things are not always perfect, but you can kind of you can work around it, you know? Instead of waiting for the ship, you just go to the ship. So I think like this is kind of being, just work around it, make it work for you. Okay. And then your food fortune for the month of April, you got the Knight of Sweets. So you got the chocolate chip cookie. This is a great food fortune, guys. So the spirit of the dish, the spirit of the chocolate chip cookie will be with you in the month of April, Virgos. So, okay, guys, think of a question for the Magic 8 Ball. We will ask it in a minute. And let's get your stone. Oh, you got health. This could be something about your health, too. Maybe you've decided that you need to go on a new, let's say like a new health journey or something, and you've been learning about it, and then maybe it makes it a little nervous because it could be something that if you live with people and you change your dietary your dietary situation, it could affect the rest of the family, but maybe it's something that people all be kind of coming together and supportive of. So I definitely think whatever is happening here, you're going to have like that sense of community. I think people have your back. They're going to be welcoming, or there's be something to celebrate. And then let's get your numbers and letters. Let's see what we got here for you. We got G, W, H, D, S, F, O. Got 9, 1, 5, and then there's an A. So that's that. And let's see. Okay, Virgos, think of your question. We're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls. What is the answer to Virgo's question for April 2022? It says you may rely on it. There you guys go. I hope you have a wonderful April. Talk to you guys later. Bye.